There, unmuted. Hey, how's it going? Let's get the chat here going. Ugh. We are on the stream now. We're live. Just doing an audio check. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have desktop audio up? I do. So I can't test. I can hear it over in my laptop. I'm just going to back up here. I can hear myself. I don't know if I'm echoing. I got 2 pairs of headphones for doing this sort of stuff. So. I hear my laptop, but there's always like a 20-second delay. So it's kind of like one of those. Oh yeah, I got my mouse here, so that's gonna make noise. Oh well. I see CJP Wolf. Oh, that's really, really, really small. I'm gonna make that just a little bit bigger in my chat here. I think I can also Control V that and make it bigger. Here I am working on the fly here. There we go. There, I'm making my chat bigger. Now I gotta go back to OBS. I haven't done one of these live streams in a little while, so oh, I gotta botch that. How do I? Now I forget how I did that. There's a forget what it was in OBS. It's like Control Z. That's my video. All right, bear with me. I'm haven't been streaming in a while. I'm out of practice of doing these lives. Window capture. There we go. Move that there. There's like, welcome back. Yeah, I'm just trying. Control X. Control X, is it to stretch the video? Control Z. Nope. That did something different. Window capture. Did I mess up my window capture? I don't know. No, that's not what I want. Wait, I went down. Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong setting. Wrong setting. Oh, that did some weird things with my OBS. Oh, it shifted everything else. Here, I had it all set up, and then here I go live, and it all, it's a train wreck. So that's the thing about doing live streams. It's always a train wreck. Everyone loves a good train wreck. Now I lost my chat here. Here, do my chat back here. I gotta remember what the command was for. Was it Alt or Control? A. This. Oh no, the live always been messing me up. Yahoo chat here. Wait. Yahoo chat. Window capture. Yahoo live streaming. Chrome extension, yeah. And went away on me. Went away on me. I was gonna have the chat window on the side here. Maybe I'll just have to read it in the room here. Well, that's not off to a good start, is it? Oh. Here, I had it working, and then it broke on me. Video capture. This is what it looks like when I'm trying to configure all this. Oh, what a bummer. Well, everything's really moved around here on me. Control F. Like everything's just shifted around. I need to do like a live stream rehearsal, which I did do, but then it all went kaput on me. I thought I fixed that. Bummer. Is Discord off right now? Where's my Discord? Yeah, you can chat with me on Discord if you want. I sort of fixed that. I had it fixed, and I don't know if it's... Sometimes these things tend to break. Let me go live. Oh, you can hear me in on Discord as well. in the general audio voice chat. It's there. It's doing one of those things in OBS where it goes away for a minute and then it comes back. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this bigger. Yeah, if you wanna there we are. Yeah, if you want to join me over on Discord, there I am over on Discord. But I can't really see any chats here. The chats are over. People are like typing in the chat, I can't hear you because the audio, even though the audio, the screen's tearing. And I know it's out of sync. I didn't have time because like it's a 20-second delay. So I know that when I'm looking at it, I got like 20 seconds to work with to change the change that. So yeah, this is Robbie fixing OBS when it's like when you go live and it all changes up on you. A nice chat window going. I think I'm gonna have to Google search this because I knew it. It's one of those things I know and then I forget and then I gotta go Google it. How to stretch window capture. So go to this window here. Go to my web browser. Brave. How to crop in OBS. In OBS. It's like a simple key. This is AI typing it out to me. That's not what I do. By clicking the plus icon under sources, hold Alt and press the Alt. Hold Alt. Left clicking. Alt. Left clicking. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alt and just left click. All right. There we go. Got the chat here. Get the video capture. Video capture device. Full. And where is my wrapper? It's doing a really weird thing on me today. Crop that up. Sounds great. All right. Kind of sort of got it fixed. Wanted to almost zoom that in just a hair. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, if you want to chat with me on Discord, there is a Discord link in the description of this video. I'm exclusively live streaming this to YouTube tonight. I've been trying live streaming to other platforms, but yeah, bear with me. I'm just gonna go to there. There we go. I can see the text a lot bigger. I'm wearing my bifocals. Been a while. Glad Vaughn asked. Been a while. Glad to see the lives are back. Lives are back. Oh yeah, yeah. It's been a. I don't think I had a chance to do one all summer. Yeah, I've been quite busy all throughout the summer. So great time though. Sad for like I love making videos and working on lives and all that, but other things came up. Spending time with my family, so it's been a great time over the summer, but really busy and not able to do as much video work. CJP Wolf, how's it going? Brady Giles, how's it going? Simon, how's it going from Montreal? Hey, cool, Montreal, Quebec. And Vong sounds great. And Rat Madness, how's it going? Rat says, did I ever tell you about scanning all the satellites on my brother-in-law's system late Saturday night? No, you hadn't. You could tell us about that in the chat. Was that back in the day, back in the 80s? Whoa, look at the views. Oh, the views of watching my train wreck here. Everyone loves a good train wreck. James Warner, hello from Wayne, Indiana. A lot of people from Indiana watching, or that I've come across that are into satellites. They got, I don't know if a couple guys I know in Indiana. Dan the Man and oh gosh, I'm blanking here. I don't have my Facebook set up here. I have it over here on my laptop though. We do have that Facebook group for free to air plus streaming and all that. You can join me on that. We could chat about that. Yeah, I'm using my Brave on this side here. I don't think I have Facebook on this dealio. No, I don't. It's like I have two Facebooks. So if you friend me on, I have a private Facebook. If you friend me on that, I'll probably ignore you. That's mainly for friends and family. And I have a public Facebook. And you can tell my public Facebook because I have like all my videos and all that posted up on it. Sat Searcher says, hey, I always watch your videos. Thanks for watching. Sat Searcher also says, I'm Felix from New Jersey. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to pack a drink today. Okay. I got this thing here where I can take breaks. So it's like a commercial break while I grab a drink, and we'll all grab a drink. So we'll all grab a drink while YouTube. Oh, I hear somebody in the over in the Discord. I'm excited. This is like a birthday party when the first kid comes over, right? Did my... Oh, it went away? Yeah, it did go away. What's the deal here? Here. It's weird how that... There. Oh, and it's up and then it goes away because okay. We'll just leave the window... Like I can put windows on top of this. Okay. Because I minimized the window in OBS, it went away. Okay. Sat Searcher asks a question. I have a question. Why I can't chase the 70 West USA? What's on 70 West USA? I don't know if I've tuned that one. No, I haven't tuned that one. Guys, type some stuff in the chat. I'll read it in a second here. I guess I should go through some of the news. Because there is some interesting satellite news. Oh, yeah, there we go. You know what I need, and I was thinking I need for lives is a third monitor. I think I'm going to get a third monitor for that sort of thing. Yeah, I like to, usually when I do these live streams, I like to kind of do a monologue, but just sort of talk satellite news. What did we lose? We lost NASA. So NASA, it's still available. I heard somebody fall on the floor. I think this is the kids playing upstairs. So yeah, we lost NASA, which, I mean... I watched it the odd time. I didn't really... I mean, I would have liked it if it was on a satellite that had other channels, and then sometimes I would just throw on NASA to see what was going on in the morning. I always thought it was kind of cool watching NASA with the astronauts sort of doing they did a lot of school interviews on the space station. So... And it wasn't live or anything, but they did the spacewalks. I know some people are going to say, well, the Earth's flat and all that NASA stuff's a hoax and CGI and all that kind of stuff. But if it is a hoax and if it's all CGI, it's a very well done production of when they show a spacewalk, and I like those graphics that they're putting out there. So, yeah, so there's with NASA, it's I'm kind of sad to see it going away. Well, the one thing I gotta say is NASA had the first that I ever saw 4K 24/7 4K broadcast channel, and now it's gone. And like I have a few 4K satellite receivers. 4K meaning the ultra high definition. Like there is the 1080p, 1080i, 1080p HD that came out in probably like 2000, the mid 2010, early 2000s, like 2005, 2006. They were out earlier than that. I never saw one until probably the mid, like maybe 2004 or 5. Here's HD TV, and it's like $10,000 for an HD TV. I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll ever get those, but then a few years later, they became affordable. Same thing with these 4K TVs. 4K is one of these technologies that just never... I don't think it's taken off, even for streaming. Even for streaming, for example, you have to pay a premium to have 4K. And it's, I don't know. I usually have my settings, if I'm streaming stuff online, because I do stream a lot online, I typically just have it on 1080p if I'm using my laptop. Anyway, so yeah, NASA is off satellite, been on satellite pretty much forever. Will it come back? Maybe. I don't know. I've seen NASA come and go, and it was always like in a different variation from one to the other. It used to be free on KU band, and then it was like only on C band. So you need one of these large. Where am I behind me here? These large C band satellite dishes to be able to tune it in. So that's the one that went away. So for a lot of people that probably watch, it doesn't matter to them. You can stream it online. It's kind of sad news. 2024, maybe not the best year for free satellite TV. What do you say? Would you agree with me? Is 2024 a good year or a bad year? I think we've lost a few things. In other news, I'd like to talk about is MeTV, which is on the big dish. MeTV, the mucks there. So this flip dish I have in my backyard, it's an 8-footer. So that could be part of my problem here. And I'm in southeastern Ontario. So to pick up for years, I was able to pick MeTV up, no problem. I think I picked that up with a 4-foot dish. I have a 4-foot dish, which I mainly use for KU band. So anyway, so MeTV, which has according to Linksat, MeTV Tunes is there, but I'm not able to pick it up, and several people I've been in contact with have not been able to pick it up. So I've parked the dish on 103 West. I have it on the Ion channels. I'm watching some Scripps News from time to time. Scripps News is pretty much like every other news channel. So there's Scripps News, and then on KU band, I think is it the 103? It has the serve, whatever those channels are, and it has one of the News Nation. So there's Scripps News and News Nations, which are two of the other news channels that I've had my C and KU band on, where I picked them up. All right, let's look at this chat here. Do we have the Discord? Kurt's in the Discord, and Wolf is. Wolf, I will mute you if you make noise. I already hear Wolf. It just came up when you guys were on there. I'm going to mute the desktop audio just so we don't hear some weird things in the background. So back to the chat comments. And let it go here a little bit. Let it go. If you really want to, you could super chat. Super chat me a really big donation, and I can take my full-time job and go part-time and work on satellite videos. That would be so cool. I would love that. Where did I leave off? Ken, I remember when NASA was FTA on Dish Network 110. I do remember that too. That's when it was on KU band, yeah. It was like the one educational channel. And another thing about NASA was It had 3 channels, right? Like there was not just NASA, but there was like the NASA Educational Channel and the NASA File Channel, and then NASA UHD Ultra High Definition NASA Channel. It was it just showed like a video of the sun 24/7. I don't know what it was. Wasn't really anything. It was just about the sun. Was it like and there was stuff like that? I don't know. John Yoder, what do you think about the downfall of Dish and DirecTV? Sounds like those 2 companies may not be around in the next 5 years. They've been on a decline for years, and there's been a lot of media companies that have been on the decline. My local broadcasting channel, it's been on the decline for a long time. CKWS, which is global, yeah. I muted you, Wolf, because but I'll bring you up here. Say that again.
Oh, I muted myself.
Okay. We got Wolf joining in.
Falling apart.
Globalist. Global News, which is my CKWS. It's owned by Chorus Entertainment, and they
same people who own Nelvana. For those who don't know.
Oh, really? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they own Nelvana.
But I don't even know what Nelvana.
The same people behind Clone. It's actually an animation studio. I know they were.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
The people behind beyond the first season of Clone High. We never actually saw the show.
Right.
But we're not talking about Clone High here.
No, global. So yeah, they had people grew up with the local news where they had this on CKWS. They had basically like a half-hour pre-news of like kind of local lifestyle, local promotional content with maybe a little bit of a news loop. And they kind of repeated that at different times of the day. Some say, oh, they just repeat it. But I kind of liked it. I liked that they repeated that because what happened for me was sometimes I'm working. I work evenings. So when 6 o'clock, I can't really watch the news. I've tried. I got a little tricky thing I'm going to talk about later on how I did that. So I really enjoyed this, just having local news. They had their political spin on everything and all that, but they covered local things. So there's basically what I liked about CKWS is I could watch the news at I think 6 o'clock. They usually had about 15 minutes of what was happening local. That 15-minute loop. That's all I really cared about. I didn't care about their national propaganda. Of what was what they were going to talk about. I'll put it this way. It's kind of what I said. Global news is very left leaning. It's like the CBC without the government funding. Although they do get government corporate stimulus. They were receiving corporate what would be the term, funding on global news, like all the media in Canada. And this has been a downfall of Canadian media. For example, CTV has just recently laid off several of their local news production and several radio stations. Same thing happened with Chorus Entertainment, as the media is in downfall. Because everyone's on their phone watching TikTok, I don't know, and on Facebook.
And getting brain rot, nonetheless.
You know what? It's who controls the narrative, right? For years, all these big media companies have had control of the narrative, but now it's like you could just talk to people about stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that whole argument and all that. But so anyway, global news, whatever their business model is, and they see the thing is I think they were a popular news channel. Like I think people watched it and appreciated that we had a local coverage. What was their downfall? Well, Chorus Entertainment also owns like a bunch of shows like the Property Brothers, whatever they their Canadian cable channels they have, and they would air those programs on global TV constantly. That's what they ran during the daytime. Property Brothers, Chris, the Homes guy, like home renovations or shows like that. They didn't. So basically, they weren't different than any of the other networks. Like you can watch global CKWS Global on the Canadian version of Pluto TV, and there's like 20 global channels, and it's the same exact thing. They don't like diversify the programming. So they don't have like Global Kingston could be like completely different than Global Toronto. So that if you have cable, and a lot of people have cable in Ontario, you'd have choice. Like you can watch a different program at different times. They wouldn't think to do that. It's all the same programming at the same time. So basically, a company like Bell TV, Bell 5 TV, Cogeco Cable, Shaw Direct.
Which Shaw Direct is, just to let you know, the Canadian version of DirecTV. Hence, the remote looks like a DirecTV remote, but the box isn't like a DirecTV box since it's a Motorola.
Yeah, they're different companies though. Shaw Direct. Who owns Shaw? Shaw. Shaw owned
Rogers.
it. And Rogers was buying it. Rogers was buying it. And I had a friend who works in the cell phone industry. He explained it really well to me. And I'm probably not going to explain it as well as he could. I even told him, you should come on my live stream and explain this to my audience. Because he would explain it really well. And it was basically the CRTC would not let Shaw sell to Rogers because they didn't want to have a cell phone monopoly. I don't explain it very well. I'm sure if you research it, you can understand what's going on. Yeah. I just want to read these comments here. Sat Searcher says, "Answer me, please. Why can't I get signal from 70 West? Carlo, USA, if Satbeam say that we have coverage, is there other TPs on 70 West?" So I'm not sure if it's spot beam. Can you specify in the channel you're trying to pick up, which would lead me to the frequency that it's on? If I looked it up on Linksat, I'm not sure. I guess it's South American channels, right? Is that what it is? Oh, and Wolf, you said that you can't get MeTV tunes over the air either. No, I can't get.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I can't get MeTV tunes.
Just the 1.0 signal, because I feel like it's a 3.0 signal.
Yeah.
I have to get MeTV.
John Y says, bad year for ATSC 3, went from open to DRM. Yes. So a technology like over-the-air TV should be open so that open source developers can develop it, and it would basically like ATSC 1.0, where I can use an open source software program and view my over-the-air channels, which people do, and that's what DVB-T is in Europe, right?
Which, unfortunately, for those who don't know of a DVB-T and a DVB-T2, well, when it comes to the UK, in some countries, you have to get a TV license.
James Warner.
Carry on, Robbie.
Yeah, James Warner says, and I think you chatted. You gave me a shout out, James. C-band, I have a 10-foot, but most of the channels are missing. So are you, James? I wanted to ask you: are you with your 10-footer? Are you able to pick up the MeTV Mux that's on 101 West, SES2? Is that going off the top of my memory? And that's been a frustrating thing. I do get MeTV over the air, so I'm kind of happy, but I don't get Story TV, and Heroes and Icons. That was like one that was on the satellite. Catchy Comedy was another one. She bought. Brandon Betty. I recently bought a 39-inch KU band satellite dish. Haven't gotten it set up yet. Still waiting for my HH motor to show up. But the videos you have put up here have helped me tremendously. Thank you, Robbie. Well, you're quite welcome. I appreciate it. If my work can help you, I really appreciate that. I like seeing people get into the hobby and enjoy this hobby. It's a cool hobby, the satellite TV. A great start is KU band, because you can play around and pick up some of those KU band feeds, and I'm a news junkie, so I'm actually watching a lot of KU band. I have this big dish. Just don't tell my wife. Hi, honey. How are you? Love you. Good night. All right. I'm not using the C-band as much as I used to. Don't tell her that. But there's programming I can scan. There could be a channel on there that'd be there. You know, the next day, I'd love to use it. Actually, I'm watching some of the election coverage. That's where I love KU band. KU band's great for that. You got the feeds on 87 West, the CNN news source. You can watch all those live feeds and all that. They're fantastic. And I got like two. I got quite the elaborate setup. I got 2 receivers in 2 different rooms, and they and I can stream to my phone with them. Those GTMEDIA receivers, they're cheap. Maybe not always the most reliable, but they stream to your phone. So I have a link to them in the description of this video if you want to check out some of those. It's like one of those hard things. Do I recommend them or do I not recommend them? They're kind of crappy, but they're fairly inexpensive. Like I've seen them, what, $60 or something like that for these, and they're Android boxes. So you might have to unplug it and plug it back in the odd time because they kind of go wonky on you. But I mean, I just live with that. I am the only FCC. I'm on the FCC class action list trying to ban DRM encryption on ATSC 3. So John Yetter and Big Media wants to commercialize over the air by making it subscription based. You didn't answer me. No. What channel? Stat searcher. What channel are you looking for? Can you like specify? Hi. Yes, SES is 101. Oh, okay. It's one of those wonky transponders, James Warner. It's good in the morning, then it slowly gets weak. Going to add my C-band. Going to add my band to my C-band dish. You're going to add my... Yeah, or change the LNB. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not necessarily the LNB. It's just the signal. It's causing some sort of weird effect. I've had a perfectly aligned dish, and there's been some transponders that are just a little wonky, or they're not sat beamed for that area. So back to John Yoder. So about the FCC class action list trying to ban DRM encryption. I hope that works. Do I think it will? I remember there was a group, Coops Digest. There was a big satellite activist group, and they were against C-band, encrypting on C-band back in the 80s. There's several videos about that on YouTube. Coops Digest, probably some of you have watched those videos. I'm going to kind of like sit back. We're going to do a watch party and maybe watch some of these videos. I might have to do it on Rumble and not on YouTube. So follow me over on Rumble. We'll do a live stream. I'll post it on my social media where to find it. Just so I can kind of like review it without, hey, copyright. But like it's a review of like, it's a commentary and review, right? And I'm like putting my face over it and we're talking about it, that sort of thing. It's for review and educational purposes. So anyway, I'll do that on a different platform. So you got to follow me on all my social media links and make sure we can do that, because I think that'll be a fun stream. Yeah, but this back on the encrypting and ATSC 3.0 with the encryption. They tried that years ago with C-band satellite. And basically, the government, the lobby of the broadcasters were stronger than the people, and they ended up encrypting C-band satellite channels. They were mad because they started encrypting everything. They didn't encrypt everything. There's actually a charge to encrypt. So when you go to the satellite uplinkers and you want, say, I want to put my live stream on satellite. All right, well, it's going to be this amount of dollars, and then this amount, and then I'd be like, okay, well, it'll be extra to get it encrypted. I'm like, well, just make it free to air. I don't care. Whoever has these dishes can watch it if they want to tune it. So yeah, it says Big Media wants to John says Big Media wants to commercialize over the air by making it subscription based. And I mean, they're in it to make money. I mean, the public airways are for the public, for public use and consumption, and yeah, it's one of those tricky things. And now it's corporations. It's not necessarily corporations. It's the decision makers of the top of the corporations what they're going to decide. And it typically is they live in a big city like Toronto, and they don't care about small towns like Kingston. They just want, it's the bottom line, the dollar, right? John. I think that John Yoder says the Video Cipher Chronicles is a great story of what happened on C-band. Yeah, I think that's might be something that I saw on YouTube quite a while ago. Yeah. And so, I wanted to touch on something here. It might be here. Here it is. Yeah. Shoot. This video that went viral. You probably would like me to comment on it. I don't even know if I should review it here. I'll review it on. We'll review it on Discord. How's that sound? My worry is, and the reason why I don't do satellite or I don't put feeds up is due to copyright reasons. But other people have been doing that and talking about other things that I won't talk about satellite, just because I'm worried I'd be removed from my channel, which I've had since 2006, would be removed. So I don't want to do that. So global news, where we've been just talking about global news, has done a story. CNN has done a story about an Ontario man stumbles upon a mind-boggling North Korean state TV broadcast on satellite, and he has this C-band satellite dish. And I just wanted to address that. So I found that I don't know. I always find that when a news reporter will do something, they can't really explain it too much in detail, so they kind of give you a spoon-fed story of what satellite is. Because now I'm thinking like people are going to think it's North Korean propaganda on satellite, and there's a lot more to that. But your average normie out there is going to think that's all the North Korean propaganda or whatever. So the interesting thing I found about that is North Korea is that feed is over on, it's either 58 West or 55 West, because I remember I tuned it in one morning years ago. Like, it's nothing new. That's been on there. I've seen that North Korean state TV on there years ago. There's been on the forums they've talked about that. Somebody posted it. It got a lot of views on YouTube. And it went really viral. I don't know if Peter Fairlie's in the chat here tonight. He might have been on here before. And anyway, it's just interesting. I have seen that on satellite as well before. I was flipping through the channels. Didn't think to post it on my YouTube channel. I mean, if it would have got millions of views and millions of dollars for posting that. I don't know. Well, not millions of dollars. But I think you might have to be demonetized to post other content like that. I'm not sure how that would work. But anyway, yeah. So there's this content up there. This Peter posted on his channel, where the North Korean satellite channels, which is not like really a channel that's on 24/7. The North Koreans, and why is it being broadcast on the transatlantic satellite? So they're either paying either a Chinese uplinker, because North Korea has relations with China. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, I don't know if I addressed that the greatest. I saw the video there. My wife even watched the video there, and I said, "Have you seen that on satellite before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen the North Korean stuff." We were watching it one day years ago, and we were laughing at just how the propaganda was. Anyway, so anyway, back to the chat here. If you're reporting as a news outlet, which you are under U.S. law, yeah. I'm just thinking I might try it on it. I may do that just on a different platform. I don't know if I want to risk doing that on YouTube. If someone can, I don't know, someone knows more about that stuff than I do. I do know, like, there's been stuff that I've covered on here, but I know there's several YouTube channels and they're super successful, and they took my content and didn't even ask my permission, just put me on there, made fun of me, and got a million views. And I didn't really get any view bump from it too either. I was hoping to get a view bump from that nostalgia nerd Yahoo video piece. All right, well, we're going to take a break. I'm going to get a drink of water, and I'll be back. I don't know how this thing works.
You'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Add inserted. So that just, can I go to P now? Okay, I got to switch my OBS to my break thing. Where is OBS? There it is. I'm using Windows and not VLC. All right, I'll be back. Did that go? Okay, stop yelling at me. No, I don't. I don't use the C. I use the C-band all the time. No, I'm not going to get rid of the C-band dish in the backyard. No, I love that dish. I'm going to keep it for all all my life. Like, I love that thing. No, we're not going to get rid of that. No. Now stop yelling to me about that. I'm gonna keep the satellite dish, okay? Sorry. Yeah. No, I need it. I can't live without it. Oh, I have to keep the satellite dish. Yeah. No. I use it for watching the news and for watching all of our shows. Yeah. Okay, I love you. Good night. We'll find out, eh? I'd like to get Peter's blessing from his YouTube channel to cover this. I don't know him very well, but I think might have chatted with him before. Anyway, put my heads back on here. We're back. So, if you want to join this chat, you want a voice chat, you can come up on the Discord here. Discord. Ooh, what do we do? Did I screw up my Discord? I have Discord anyway. You could hear it. You're looking at the Yahoo chat. Do.
I will say most of the time that I use Discord, it says, "Oh, there's an update for you." So I gotta go. I install that.
Oh yeah, you gotta install it.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
And I still running Ubuntu 2004.
Oh yeah, Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Ubuntu. Wait a minute. Yeah, use Ubuntu. That's another thing we talk about here too. We like talking about here is Ubuntu and Linux. I think that may have. What's going on here? Video capture. Yeah. Trying to learn how to do something here. Control F. Display capture, window capture. Window capture. There we go. Have to do that. Maybe I just have to do this. Okay, well, here. Set it up here. I got to turn my desktop audio back on. It is on. Okay. I'll try this. Hopefully the audio works for this. Oh, bummer. Okay, I think I can fix that. I think I can get that to work. All right. Here, I'll try this out.
To watch the Olympics, this broadcast engineer used his impressive backyard satellite to
Tech 2000 satellite dish, apparently,
and stumbled upon a peculiar signal.
I saw Pyongyang on it, and that piqued my curiosity.
I wonder if they ever sold
like,
that blow-up dish on eBay.
Pyongyang? I don't know what. I can never say his name. Is it the guy that the leader of North Korea? I don't know.
It's really coming out of North Korea.
Turns out it really was.
Oh, Pyongyang. That's it.
Peter Fairley had inadvertently tapped into North Korean's state TV. He started watching.
Did you say accidentally?
Peter Fairley had inadvertently tapped into
Inadvertently. Come on. Inadvertently. Can we explain what inadvertently is? You did a blind scan on 58 West or 55 West, and the satellite channels, which is one of the feeds that comes through, I guess.
North Korean state TV. He started watching and couldn't stop.
It's really mind-boggling stuff when you start watching their propaganda.
The morning broadcast.
Oh boy. I'm gonna move my I'm gonna put myself up here. All right. All right. So just what he just said there, propaganda. It's in this channel here. Just this channel here, okay.
Begins with the national anthem.
Now, to be fair, our TV shows used to start, the national anthem. Global used to have the national anthem in the morning. I remember there was that old national anthem on Global, like way back when I was a kid.
And tributes to North Korea's former rulers. There are cartoons, news programs praising the regime, and of course, the star of the show. Kim Jong-un is presented as a god, provoking fan frenzies reminiscent of Taylor Swift. A man of the people, even braving floodwaters, narrowly dodging tree branches to rescue his citizens.
They really made this into like a propaganda piece, about North Korea, where they tied that into the news story, which is kind of interesting. Whatever the agenda is on that.
Fairley posted the video clips on YouTube, where they've received millions of views.
What do you make of?
They kind of blurred it out there what he was showing. That was interesting. Go back there, and there's Fairley. He's showing this YouTube video. What's his receiver? Look what he's using here. Can you see that? I can't zoom in there. That's a GTMEDIA, the green branded one. Okay.
Where they've received millions of views.
I know this guy, by the way. This is I knew him when he was a little kid. I went to the same church as him. He has a very lovely mother. Jeff Sample. Jeff Sample's his name. Deep voice Jeff Sample. Yeah. He actually dated my minister's daughter for a while. I don't know if they're married now. I don't know. But
What do you make of the reaction?
People have a weird curiosity about what's going on in North Korea.
I think it's fascinating. It provides
I think it's fascinating. The Park Group, is this like a Korean?
rare glimpse into
This expert says North Korean TV is rarely
I'm afraid that if I were ever on TV, they would call me an expert. I'm like, don't call me an expert.
accessible from the outside, and almost nothing gets in. North Koreans caught watching foreign programming are sent to labor camps or even executed.
That would suck for me. That would totally suck for me.
Controlling the public's mind has been the fundamental focus of the regime.
Controlling the public's mind, eh? Yeah.
They are massively brainwashed from kindergarten onwards, and they are exposed to some of the most complex propaganda campaigns that we have ever seen in human history.
Come on, is that not the pot calling the kettle black there, though? I mean, I'm not sipping for North Korea, but... Enough of this. I gotta turn this off. Okay. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm in trouble now, I know. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Trouble for sharing my opinion? Yeah, I'm in trouble for sharing my opinion. Goodness. Kim Jong! I mean, I've had a lot of fun with memes about him, where his regime would probably kill me for sharing memes about him, but... C-Band Mike Polak, hey, how's it going? Mike, Kim Jong, yeah. Oh, my goodness. that was for educational purposes and for review. Awesome that Peter Furley got that success on YouTube, and is a lot of people kind of in the comments on that were like, I didn't realize those dishes still worked, but they do. I mean, I wish people knew about it. The Rocket Man, Conrad. Yeah, the Rocket Man. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. "101C is coming in fine." You talking about me TV? You lucky bastard. All right, no. Yes, it is. Vyong? Yes, it is possible. Use a dissect switch. Let me Google that for you. I'm very happy to do that for you. How to yes, here we go. Satellite switch. Hopefully it's. I cannot spell. I cannot pronounce that thing for the life of me. Dissect switch, whatever, you know. Disc switch. Yeah. I totally spelled that wrong. There we go. Hi, I'm in the corner here. Yay. All right, so we're looking at this. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. The dissect switch here. So that's how you get them. They're like $10 on Amazon. Two-way dissect switch. Usually, a lot of older satellite receivers cable, they look like a splitter, but you just gotta cut the coax and hook two dishes up to it. Even LMBs for those LMBs that do C and KU band on the same LMB. They anyone in the chat, because you guys like to buy stuff and try them out on eBay, from eBay or from Amazon. Is there a CKU band LMB that has a 5G filter? Is there anything out there like that? Let me know. 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 So, the switch topics. Show and tell with Robbie. Here's my latest video, which I'm re-editing this week. This is my portable Nexstar TV from Amazon. If the screen background remover doesn't hide it. There's the ring light in the background. There's my screens. So yeah, I've done a review on this little TV set. That's my next upcoming video. Great for like aiming. So I bought this with hoping that my local CKWS, I could watch it in the car, in a vehicle. The news is on some days when I'm just sitting around and I can catch the news. Throw in one of these things in, or take it camping. Bought this, and then they basically they stopped having our local news. So I still have this. Always wanted one of these things. It's really cool. It has an HD. It's basically like a TV. It's a TV set, just a really small one. Has input and all that, like a TV set would. Has a USB media player as well, which is kind of neat. So that's my little portable TV. Which I guess if I'm gonna adjust my LMB, change the LMB, I got like a little monitor, which will be really cool to hook the satellite receiver up to. Okay. This is the little rinky-dink antenna, and at the time of shooting my video, it's magnetic. You can put it on the roof of a car, and I've actually surprisingly drove my car with the TV set inside it, and drove it to the highest spot in my area, and I was able to get channels from very far away with this thing sticking on my antenna. If you drive your car to a very high elevation location, I was actually quite surprised. That was kind of neat. This thing also has like a your plug for a car plug, cigarette plug, thingy jigger. Remember, I note to self, I put it on the filing cabinet here. All right, I'm not wearing my headphones, so if someone's talking to me in the Discord, I do not hear you because I've minimized it. So the chat, sorry, I gotta look on this screen. I have it on this screen, but I got it on this screen where I can see it. So that was my answer to the find one of those on eBay. And that guy there, he asked kindly, so I'm going to look it up on Linksat. Where is the browser here? All right, I'm going to just do a quick search here for you. I had Linksat up here somewhere. I'm just going to go to the Linksat America. Open that tab. Surf the internet with me, but I'm using Brave, and there's not as much ads. Woohoo! I love Brave. Yeah. Okay. 70 West, you said? He was very upset with me. I don't want people upset with me. So these are the anything here FTA? Elance? Enlance, that's Spanish. I'm sorry, I'm brutally mispronouncing it. So there's a few Spanish channels on that. And TV Jessica, TV Brazil, Canal Gov. Yeah. What was the question about this? Hey, Sat, are you still in the chat here? I know you're mad at me. I make people mad sometimes because I'm sorry, I probably am autistic or something, and so my social cues, I don't take that personally. It's just I'm just trying to understand. And I have a feeling you might be in the same boat as me. It's all right. Let's not be enemies. Let's be friends. We might have some social anxieties. We can still be friends and work with each other. What else is there on Linksat? Oh yeah, I like showing you guys Linksat. I like looking at Linksat. Linksat's a great site. TVRO Sat. Where is that? There's my post in there. I don't know if anyone joined me from TVRO Sat. It's not loading up the friggin' thumbnail for the live stream. Someone talking to me? Anyway. Hey, that's cool. Tech 2000 has those dish movers back in stock. I think I might have said that last time. Like I'm gonna burn my dish mover out. Look at my satellite dish. I am moving it back and forth like crazy here. I'm probably gonna burn out the mover and the actuator. Look how fast my satellite dish is going in the background. So when I need one, I can go to Tech 2000 and get one. Gosh, I hope Tech 2000 gives me a free one for moving my dish and giving them a plug. Because I love these things. I love dish positioners. Dish positioners are absolutely amazing. I don't have to go out and manually move my dish, get my satellite meter, and move my satellite dish. I can just sit inside and use a remote control for the dish mover, use a remote control for the satellite receiver, get another remote control for the TV, juggle the remotes, and tune in some satellite channels. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Okay. Come on, chat with me. Give me something to chat about, or I'm gonna go crazy here on the chat. Some of you are not gonna say anything because you want me to lose in here on the chat. It's like the part of the Chevy Chase movie where Chevy Chase goes crazy. He's like wants to have a great vacation with his family, and then he tries so hard to have a good vacation with his family. He snaps. He goes crazy. Things aren't going the way he wants, and then Chevy Chase goes crazy, right? What the heck happened here? Ah! There's a big version of me in the background here. That's pretty cool, though. Did I answer your question or read your chat there, John? I guess I get no super chats because I don't get enough chats. Because I read every single one of my... I get a chat, and I read it. My dyslexia. I have been learning spectrum analyst to see what the different noises I see when aligning a satellite. Just 5G tends to show high spikes when no filters are applied to the CMAT dish. Yeah. I wish there was like a filter that I could... sorry, that was noisy. I could fix that. I'm going to close this thing. Put this window back here. I might have had that thing on the whole time. I kind of went on a sidetrack there. You know what? The answer always is get a bigger dish. Get a bigger dish. Get a bigger antenna. Sorry, son, you can't get channels. You get a bigger dish. What's good? What's good on satellite? That's a question I get sometimes. What's good? What do you like? Someone like me, I like news. Because I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. I got the problems of a child with a head on my shoulders. I'm an adult now. So I don't watch entertainment shows. I watch news. And I watch news I watch the left-wing news of, there's News Nation. There's News. What's the other one of Como there? Scripps News. News Nation's the one with Como. And then there's, I'm gonna sell you this pill, and it's gonna make my Darth Vader. My wife's gonna say my Darth Vader's never been so active. Okay, I went a little too far. There's that channel, which is very entertaining. What's happening?
So, Robbie?
Yeah, upstate New York.
So Robbie, you the local news isn't on CKWS anymore?
Oh, what's going on here with my Discord? Here we go. Moved it over here. So let me just put that into some context. Add some context to that. So they shut down. So here in Kingston on Queen Street, they have their facility where they always produce the news, and they had a few radio stations in there. And they laid off several of the staff. They had a studio for producing the news. And they shut that down. They do have a few staff members there still, but they're not producing like a newscast out of Kingston anymore. And not having reporters shooting and editing stories. Or as many. I think there's only a skeleton crew left. And then they produce a lot of it in... I'm trying to think of the name of the town. I can Google that and pull up an article on that. We'll have more of the facts because it's an interesting... let me just Google that, okay?
So you're not looking to record that news or record anything on CKWS when you're not around and play it later?
Yeah, I've done that. I guess I'm just kind of like... what I kind of like before is it's the process of doing that with everything else in life I got to do. Where I liked before, what I could do is I could just put it on at like 8 o'clock in the morning. They still replayed the same news loop, and then they replay it again at 11 o'clock. But normally I would see the 8 o'clock in the morning one.
Yeah, I'm surprised you wouldn't have just got one of those over-the-air boxes that have a USB stick and then.
Yeah, I do have that, and I actually was recording with my Zapper box. I set that up. And just...
How's that Zapper box working for you?
I don't really use it a whole lot because really there's only one ATSC 3.0 channel in my area. You get it in your area too. It's out of your region. It's from the tennis channel.
We've got, I don't know if there's 1 or 2 channels out, stations out in Syracuse, but I haven't bothered buying a ATSC 3.0 box yet. I was hopefully that there'd be one under 100.
Yeah.
A good one under $100, and I'm like, because it's so different than when, I mean, I know it's a whole different thing. I mean, when ATSC 1.0 came out in 2009, you know, they had all these boxes, or they had some boxes, and then as time went on, they had more and more, you know, other.
There's more proprietary
cheap boxes.
Yeah, and there's more proprietary technology in ATSC 3.0, which is killing it. Because before, you know, you get stuff made in China, they don't follow any patents. They don't follow the HDMI patents, and you know, certain manufacturers. That's why the thing's so cheap compared to. I'm using a video capture card that's probably not following HDMI patents. They sell them for $20 on. I don't know, but they might not be doing that. They may not be. Here we go.
So it was one of those things. I haven't that, and the fact that I mean, I've already get the channels with ATSC 1.0 already, so I'm like, well, what is it really going to buy me? So I just haven't bothered buying one yet. And my TV's from 2020, and it's still working great. So, you know, why buy a newer TV set that might have it built in?
Yeah, this is from a karate blog.
Is the live stream still running or no?
I hope it is. Did it crash?
No.
I'm just talking here with Kurt, and it might be. I still see people in the chat here, and I still see 20 viewers watching. It says 20 viewers. It has 127 views, so that might have been on-off views. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys viewing and chatting with me during this stream. My church stream doesn't even get this much. There's a lot more people. I think my pastor is probably more interested in listening to me at the times.
I missed your last one live, and then I still haven't watched that on. I gotta watch it on YouTube.
It was a disaster. It was like a big train wreck. The audio with Discord didn't work. You guys in the chat, can you hear Kurt and can you hear me? Are we leveled okay? I actually boosted my volume very significantly. Like it's in the red a lot, but it's like because it was so quiet on the other computer end. So Thursday, July 18th, 2024, we are distressed at this afternoon's news that the parent company Course Entertainment has laid off the entire staff, on-air staff of FM stations 92.3 Big FM and 104.3 Fresh Radio in Kingston. Those two stations based at 107 Queen Street are the descendants of the original CKWS radio. Course says that other jobs have been cut in the newsroom, shared by the radio stations and their sister television station Global Kingston. But we do not yet know the full extent of the layoffs in either radio or TV because Course won't say a statement. This is like, I think it became more relevant than just looking at this first article.
I'll have to find somebody that has, in my area it's Spectrum Cable. I mean, I have the internet only stuff, and but last I remember, the CKWS was like the one Canadian channel. Actually, I probably just look it up online.
It's the one in my area because they used to have like a CTV repeater, which was CTV Ottawa in this area. That was analog, and I don't think they never went digital. They just kind of shut it down. They very quietly shut it down. And because when I first moved here to Kingston, there was a few of the French channels that were local over the air. Most of the American channels by the time I moved to Kingston and were digital. Like United States was a lot more ahead of Canada.
Right.
Thursday, July 18th. Toronto-based Corus Entertainment laid off nearly everyone who worked at 170 Queen. The dust is settling now. It's clear that almost no one is left at the TV station downstairs of the two radio stations upstairs. Big FM and Fresh Radio are devoid of local DJs, and there's nothing but network programming on Global Kingston. Longtime evening news anchor Bill Hutchins acknowledged his layoff and departure from the local news. In a note he posted on X Twitter on Thursday, he thanked all of his colleagues and viewers and concluded the vast number of jobs cut today to mark the end of an era of CKWS for 70 years of local broadcasting in Kingston broadcasting history. Yeah, so it goes on. I think there's more up-to-date articles. But that was like our local news, and that's probably happening in other areas too, with the media dying a slow, painful death, pretty much. Yeah, so basically we get stories like what I showed earlier. They showed that on the local. I think it was actually shown on the local news because they show all that. The national local stuff. And CKWS, I don't know if it's going to go into that here. You guys can read the article. Probably better than listening to me read it. CKWS was like, I mean, it was... I watched it when I was a kid. And they had like... It was different back then because it was an independent Canadian TV channel. So they had different programming than anyone else. They had Leave It to Beaver and I Love Lucy on at noon. I remember those days where I'd come home. I used to come home for lunch from school, and I could watch CGOH, which had the Flintstones and Spider-Man, and what else did they show cartoons at noon. This is before noon talk shows and noon news shows were all the rage. Back in the 80s and early 90s, they had like the Flintstones, and what was the other one that went with the Flintstones? They changed it up a little bit over the summertime. I remember them doing that. And they used to have that annual day. This is before we had MeTV. And I think they did this once a year. They showed all the old shows. They had like Happy Days, Mork and Mindy. They would show like all these old shows. I used to tape those. I don't know if your area ever had that where they showed all the old shows and had like I don't know what you call a retro rewind. But I remember when I used to tape them just to see like an episode of Get Smart or something like that. Anyway. How do I get out of this? Oh. Oh, hey, I can fix this up. Here, let's plug the Discord. Oh, the YouTube popped up. Okay. I had the YouTube, it just sort of came back. I was looking for that. Oh, there it is. What do we got here? Back to this. Just my translation to this. Hey, if you want to join us over here on the Discord chat, there's a link in the description of this video. You can kind of jump in and chat with us. Sometimes I can explain things verbally better than I can actually write them down. All right. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Where did the chat? Where did I leave off? How far back am I here? Oh yeah, Conrad, you have this TV, eh? We're looking at Conrad's chat. Sorry it takes me so long. This is how long a chat takes. So you probably typed this in like several minutes ago, and now I'm just seeing it. Yeah, this TV, I'm enjoying it. The picture is not the greatest on it. But it has like a battery that lasts like for 2 hours. It takes like SD cards on the top. I basically do like a shilling of this thing, but I just talked about it. Video will be out of this next week. I just got to edit all my OMs and my and so I edit all that stuff out, and it's very tedious and takes a long time for me to edit all of those things out. So it takes me a while. What's the best way? Mike Pollock asks, what is the easiest way to split between two different TVs, C and KU band? Different receivers and using different dissect switches. But that also means buying a LMB that has multiple outputs, which a lot of LMBs. I have a C-band LMB that has multiple inputs, so I have a satellite receiver in the kitchen, and I have a satellite receiver in the living room. And so I'm able to do that. I'm having a good time here just chatting satellite. And I feel like my mind has not been on satellite. It's been on other things. So I appreciate you guys chatting with me about this stuff. Because I don't have a neighbor. If I talk to a neighbor, my neighbors or anyone in this town thinks that I'm listening to aliens. Or now they're thinking I listen to North Korean propaganda 24/7. Or what, Yeah, there's not too many people who understand what the heck this is about. John Y says your dish is yeah, this is like sped up footage of the dish moving. I just thought it would look cool like that. Maybe it's distracting. I'm giving someone like a mental breakdown watching this on their computer. There's an awesome movie starting at 9, so I probably lost him about 19 minutes ago. That will be on Pluto TV called Wolf Creek, an awesome Australian movie. Is that on the American Pluto TV, or is it close enough to what the Canadian Pluto TV is? The Second Amendment. I like that. I like that handle there. You can still buy programming on C-band. I've played around with C satellite since in the early 90s. My receiver was a 4D TV receiver, one of those 4D TV subscription receivers where you can buy per channel. So you get the 4D receivers, from what I understand. This is a little bit before my time. You could watch free satellite TV program, TVRO program, free air satellite. The different terms are basically mean the same thing. Yeah. John also writes, there's 5 ATSC 3.0 available in my area. Second Amendment, your audio's your audio was S fine. Okay, good. Oh, what time is it in Canada now? It's 9:21 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on Eastern time.
Oh, someone asked if I was in Central New York.
Yeah.
So I'm just north of Utica, New York, I'm just outside of Utica, New York. So that is pretty much Central New York, which I'm about 50 miles east of Syracuse, which is probably the next biggest city. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 miles east, so back that way. So are you closer to Ithaca?
Well, Ithaca is south.
Southeast. Oh, okay, so you're closer than Ithaca. Because I was picking.
I'm right off the thruway.
Yeah.
The thruway kind of cuts it. Yeah.
On a clear day, I pick up Ithaca, but there's some. I guess it's mountainous, so it has to be tropoducting to pick up the channels out of Ithaca.
Somewhere have a picture. I once picked up a station out of Rochester.
Yeah, I can pick up Rochester on a good day. Yeah.
But Rochester's like 100+ miles from me, so that's.
I pick it up though on my little antenna. Yeah, it's ducting. Not like in a clear morning. That's always a good time if you want to sort of see what you can get that you don't normally get. Do a scan early in the morning when it's clear, and you'll see like channels doing the ducting, the troposphere ducting, if I say that correctly.
Is that like right? Is that like right after sunrise or right before sunrise or?
Usually it'll last for about an hour. Like I'll pull in stations from far away. I pulled in Toronto from Kingston. That's pretty far. I don't know. It's over 100 miles.
Is that right around sunrise though, or when?
Closer to the morning. So, in this time of year, I find it works better. Maybe the sun has something to do with it because the days are getting to be a little longer.
I'll have to give it a shot. Thanks.
Yeah, it's all atmospheric conditions that work together that allow that. Oh yeah, Conrad said. Yeah, I showed that in the video. In the video too. It picks up FM radio. I mean, I don't care really for the FM. I use my little Reticus radio, which I have with me all the time, and
Hey Robbie, on that TV you bought that you tried in the car, can you plug in other antennas?
yes, I can plug it into my home rooftop antenna.
Oh, yeah.
And I used it with I actually used it with the Televis. I bought like this Televis De Nova antenna. It's like kind of a smaller version of one of the Televis antennas, because I thought that's a good antenna for camping. Second Amendment asks, is satellite program still available to purchase on C-band? As far as I know, it is. If you call the uplinker, I heard they're raising the rates, which I hope other companies like Starlink create competition so that prices get cheaper. But right now in this economy, we don't see that happening. Because I'd like to see more channels on satellite. That would be awesome. John asks, are you away from the crime in New York? I don't know if he's asking me or you, but I imagine it's upstate New York. It's like, it's not New York City.
I mean, there is, but it's not really.
It's like anywhere. It's like, I live in a town that's like a population of maybe 100,000, maybe a couple 100,000, because there's like a lot of rural communities around me. And people, this city is like next to nothing compared to a big city. It's a small town, small city.
Yeah, the whole area around me might be 120,000 people.
Conrad says, I got a C-band pre-scrambled. I grew up near Cortland, New York. Graduated from my home in NY. 3 children were born in Ithaca Hospital, and now in northern Kentucky. Oh yeah, upstate New Yorkers. I gotta go to upstate New York just to travel around. I gotta get a passport.
Yeah, and besides, the prices in Canada are unfortunately getting worse, according to Al Coca.
The prices of homes, or what do you mean, like
everything, like healthcare and groceries?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything. Inflation's really like groceries are like.
There.
Well, I'll put it this way, and all these governments, they say inflation's not happening or denying and all that. It used to be 89 cents to buy like a box of Kraft Dinner a couple of years ago, under $1. Now you're spending a couple dollars for a Kraft Dinner. And just to buy a bottle of ketchup, it used to be under $1. Now everything's like a couple dollars, $5. So groceries are a lot more expensive now, because you're buying back in the 80s, early 80s, you could buy a cart full of groceries for like over $20. Now it's like $300 for a cart of groceries. So yeah. Dollar doesn't get as far. Wages haven't gone up. Cost of living is a lot more expensive. Houses are like here $800,000, like $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 for like a 3-4 bedroom house in Canada, or at least in Kingston. Toronto, Ottawa, even more expensive. You're probably like $1 million for like a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, so yeah, prices have gone up here quite a lot.
Yeah, and it's not gonna get better.
No.
Just sad.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's the thing. Like when it comes to like buying a satellite dish, a couple years ago, I said you could probably buy a decent KU band free-to-air system for under $200. Now it's like probably more, maybe three. I'd say an upper 300, depending on what, like if you need to buy coax and all that stuff adds up. Buying connectors and things like that. So now if you know how to shop and get things cheap, you're going to find it cheaper. Okay, so I'm not saying you're thrift storing, but I always want to stir people away from the thrift stores because they're going to buy some ViewSat receiver from 20 years ago and then wonder why they can't get the MPEG-4 stuff. So
imagine, the one thing I know is that, imagine you had a hotel and the channels that are on an MPEG-2, and basically the ViewSats are only meant for MPEG-2 only. Like channels like Smile are MPEG-2.
yes, I'm surprised that the TBN MUX, all the TBM and affiliated channels are still MPEG-2. And MPEG-2 is what, from 20 years ago?
Yeah.
More than 20 years. 20 years ago was 2004. So I'm thinking
Basically,
30,
like
almost 30, getting close to 30 years old as MPEG-2.
Well, imagine the hotel server was like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was many ATSC, not ATSC, but MPEG-4 units, but some MPEG-2 for a broadcast of a channel that's only in MPEG-2.
I'm going to switch to the
Like,
orbit. I am flying.
Yeah.
Superman, flying from geostationary orbit.
So which receiver do you recommend nowadays?
It's hard. Oh, gosh. It's hard to say. Like, I have a link in the description for GTMEDIA. And I'm like, should I recommend a GTMEDIA? But they're cheap. You can stream to multiple devices on it. But yeah, like I have to unplug it sometimes and plug it back in so it reboots and starts to work properly again sometimes. I have what's the other ones I have? I have an Edison, but you can't buy them anymore, right? I don't see Edison. You might be able to find an Edison or a what's the other one that I had? The Edison's was the big one for a while. Then there was the Z Gamma was one that we had for a few years. And but they're going to be cheap. But I mean, they are cheap, so they're not that expensive. So I'd say, like, if you're in the hobby like I am, I buy a few just to try out. The Amicos were okay. I used an Amico for a long time, and depends on what you need to pick up. And for the most part, I never really needed a 4K satellite, a 4K ultra high definition satellite receiver. I found that most of the content that I was watching was usually lower definition, maybe some high definition. Some channels were only like 720p. Wrestling was 1080p when I was a very big into professional wrestling for years, and these days I just haven't really been watching professional wrestling over on, was it 55 West? They have the live feed, which is fun because the fun thing about wrestling on satellite is watching the behind the scenes stuff. Like when they go to commercial, they still show the match and stuff like that. There is a channel called the Wrestling Feed, which is really funny. It's from the 90s, and they recorded with VHS some of the behind the scenes of Nitro and of WCW Nitro and WWF events. So it's kind of cool seeing the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I've got a GTMEDIA. I think it's a V8. But the only thing I can't get right now, I can't get the H2, was it 256 stuff. If I bought another receiver, that's probably the only reason I'd buy another one, to get that.
Yeah, I mean, and someone else said, yeah, John Yoder said GTMedia receivers run really hot and heat up the sinks on the CPU. I think I've had 2 of them that died on me. So it's like, for years I was like, I don't know. And I have a third one. It's not pulling. It's not pulling in my switching over to the Galaxy 16, and I have another one, same model, the Ultra HD one, the Android box, and it's not. It's not doing that. The dealio with the create highlight video ad stream maker. Sorry, I got sidetracked here on the screen. Yeah, so the GTMedia was overheating. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Oh, what's this here? Is this demonetized? Yeah, it's not turned on. Okay, I'll fix that. I'll fix that up. I thought it was. It is on. Okay, well, we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that after. All right. Okay, we're back. We're back and we're live. What's happening, guys? Yeah, that's the funny thing, John. Most of what I watch is 1080, 480i stuff, the classic TV channels. I watch very little HD stuff unless news or election related. Yeah. Even some of the election stuff is like I think the CNN news source stuff is like standard definition for what we can pick up. We may be misspeaking on that, but last I checked, it was like standard def. Did we lose a whole whack of people? Well, it's all right. Maybe we should wrap this stream up here. What, an hour and a half?
It's almost near nighttime.
Nighttime? Yeah, it's bedtime.
Yeah, because I'm from New York as well.
Yeah, you're in the same time zone as me, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm basically further away. Since, I mean, you live on Ontario, Canada. Hiya! I'm sorry. Got the joke, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of a South Park joke to everybody. Sorry.
I'm just playing with my videos here.
Are there any interesting KU stuff out there anymore?
Most of the KU is news, although the serve channels, this SRV channels, move away here. I could pick up on my. There's a few interesting channels, like news channels, I guess, that are on KU band. There's no like, I don't know, network stuff. You know, like there's no network programming like, I don't know, what would I say? Well, there's NBC, but is that encrypted now? Because I get it on the antenna anyway. Anyway, there's PBS, a lot of PBS stuff on Galaxy 16.
Yeah, I gotta go tune my dish back to that.
Yeah, but I think Galaxy 16 is, you need like maybe to buy. I'd recommend buying one of those 39-inch dishes and use that for Galaxy 16.
I've got a I got a dish for this.
Yeah.
I did get it before, like a couple months ago, and it fell
Yeah.
over, and I just gotta put it back up.
Because I got that 4-footer, and the 4-footer is, I hardly have any problems with Galaxy 16. I get all the PBS channels, and I get the Darth Vader channel.
No, we don't. Because his breath stinks, and sadly, the actor passed away.
Oh yeah, I was talking about something else, but yeah, but the channel where the guy sells supplements and he talks about it is Darth Vader, and how his wife that sees his looks at his Darth Vader, and okay, I'm gonna stop there. And so Infowars, it's always leaving. I don't know. He's going to get shut down this Monday, or he's going to get shut down. He was going to get shut down about a month ago. I don't know. I hope it doesn't, because it's so entertaining. And I pray that it stays on. And I don't want to get in arguments. I've had people say that he's a controlled opposition, he's a Fed, all this stuff about Alex Jones. Yeah, I'm entertained. If he's a Fed, if he's CIA, I'm entertained by him. I find him very entertaining. I like Owen and I like Harrison when they do the call-in shows. I love the call-in format. I love that.
Have you tried 119 West lately to try to get the CTV stuff?
No. I may have passed by it, and I couldn't pick up as much, or there wasn't as much, because I did a scan. I moved my dish, and I kind of went and saw what I can scan, just to see if there was anything interesting. Because there was a few things I wanted to pick up, but they're too weak for me to pick up the 119 channels, or I forget what it was. Seems like anything I really want, having an 8-footer, then it's not enough signal to get what I want.
I think my controversy.
I still miss when it was on a 111 or something like that. And I could get it with a 6-foot dish without much, and all kinds of CTV stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was like 5 or 6 years ago. It's been a while.
It used to be. Oh gosh, I used to set up my dish based on that transponder on what was it? That it used to be on 107 West. And CTV was kind of a nice thing for Americans to get, because you got CTV's one of these Canadian channels that carries like a lot of the most popular shows from all the big American networks. So you get like I don't know, stuff that would be on, I don't know if it was Fox or NBC, or it tends to be Global has the NBC stuff. Saturday Night Live is on Global. So like our Canadian networks are kind of equivalent to an American network, where CTV had, what was it, CBS? Was it CBS programming, or I can't remember. Leno, who was Leno? I think Leno was on CTV. It'd be Leno. That was NBC. So there's NBC programs. Letterman wasn't on a Canadian network. I remember I used to be more of a Letterman fan when I was in the day, and I would put Letterman on, and that would be actually on CBS. So you'd watch American commercials with it. It'd be on cable. Then I got an antenna, and it's like, that was another thing that they would do. Rogers Cable would do here in Canada, is they would take the American commercials out and like insert these Canadian commercials, and sometimes it was like this, I don't want to see these crappy Canadian dollar store Canadian channels. I want to watch the American crappy commercials.
Hey, talents. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
But I mean, I do stream a lot. Like I watch a lot of content that's on streaming services. I watch a lot of YouTube and other streaming sites that have content. So yeah, so and a lot of the stuff I like now is not necessarily stuff that's on broadcast TV. So I have to go to the internet to watch it anyway. And I typically don't watch these Pluto TVs or the Roku channels. And oh gosh, I'm so annoyed with Roku. I've talked about this before, where Roku is they hide the over-the-air channels. So if you do a scan, for example, on my Roku TV, there's a few of the PBS channels that I can't even scan in, and I can scan them in on every other TV in my house. I get a tuner and scan it in. So that's kind of an annoying thing with the Roku. Yeah. Anyway. So that was my chat. Guys, I just wanted to say, I don't know if you'd be able to join me on a Friday afternoon. Or no, sorry, a Friday morning to do a chat. That's the time that really works well for me. But it's not the best time to do a live stream. I'm going to throw one of those up at some point. Maybe you could join me. Maybe you got other stuff to do. You might miss it. But if you want to join me on a Friday morning, probably like 9 to 10 o'clock, probably till noon, I'm going to do a live stream there. I just knew that my numbers would be a lot bigger here on a prime time. But I could only do so many of these. I'm
gonna go now.
All right, you have a good one. If you know what I'm saying.
Bye.
You know.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going too. Nice talk.
Yeah, good talking to you guys.
Robbie.
Yeah, if you guys, I'm gonna turn off the chat now. If anyone wants to join me on the Discord for a little bit, here's the Discord. We have the chat. There's a link in the description. Are you guys able to find the link in the description? I don't know. I can grab it for you. I'll drop it in
the online pet store loved by millions.
And I should have put this at the beginning of the show. There it is. Here, let's drop it here. There you go. Yeah, so there's the Discord chat if you want to join me over on Discord. Oh, guys, speaking of Discord, I might have a few of these still on with me here. There's a few people and it is he left. Oh yeah, Wolf left. He was talking about something, and I wanted him to leave some context over here on the Discord server where they're talking about using other satellite dishes, and I felt like some of these people are posting here and it's missing some kind of important context that I didn't want to throw people astray with. Because what I wanted to ask Wolf was he was talking about what's the HughesNet dish for C-band. I'm like, someone out there could probably do that, but you're asking for a headache, is what I want to give that disclaimer so that you don't run down that route of getting a HughesNet dish. Do not spend money on a HughesNet dish and then pay for the headache, to get that to work the way you'd want it, because it has a different focal point on the dish, and I don't know. I don't recommend it. If people want to do it, go for it. If you feel that you can do that, some people can. It's just not one of my recommendations when it comes to doing that. So there's the Discord link, and I am going to close this stream down for now. Watch for a stream. Follow me on my social media. I'm on X. I am on Facebook. You can friend me on Facebook. But if you do friend me on Facebook, could I ask you to send me a DM, a text, a message, just so that I know that you're a human? Because on Facebook, I get a ton of AI-generated women that want to connect with me, and I have no idea why. I'm a married man, so. Yeah, you can find me over on the Facebook. Someone's joining me in a photo coming soon. Anyway, I'm gonna close this thing down here. Let me play the video out. Take this thing off here. All right. Till next time. Yeah, I'll try to do one on Friday. Hopefully, I get all the audio sorted out. Let me know how this went. I wish someone told me in the chat. They did say the audio worked. Last time I did a stream, oh man, I kind of had a bit of an anxiety about it. Like it was such a train wreck. It just, I don't know, things weren't going right. The stream didn't work. Some things were happening with the channel. I was like, it was a little bit discouraging. So I was like, am I done doing videos or whatever? I'm too busy to edit videos. I've shot a ton of videos and I haven't edited them yet. Yeah. So please share the stream in the replay with all your friends, all that stuff. I appreciate you watching this with me, being there for me. So, all right, we're gonna close this thing here. How do we do that? Here we go. This here. Use your turbo force. It'll make Darth Vader very excited. Dismiss. All right, guys. If there's anyone in